PokeTaylor. What's going on, guys? This is PokeTaylor, and wanted to film a video. I actually already filmed it, and the problem was I kept getting new cards in each day, and so then I would film more to add on to it, and I was going to edit it, and it was just really messy. The dogs were barking, so I just decided, you know what? I got all of my cards from TCA, from Rusty, and they're all in now, and I thought, let's just refilm the video, and we could share it with all of you. I'm sorry, too, I haven't been able to post in about a week. I was posting every day, but this time of year, money's tight, and I'm having to work a lot to make up for it. I'm not rich by any means. I work a regular job, make about 20 bucks an hour, and the overtime is really where I can make money to help catch up. So I, did 60 hours last week. I did 60 hours this week, and I'm pretty exhausted, but I'm filming this on a Sunday, and I'm off today. So I'm really excited to share with you some of the cards I got. A lot of Pokemon content lately, it seems like it's people just flexing, all their money and how much stuff they have. That's not what this is about. The cards I'm going to show you are not incredibly expensive, but they're really cool to me, and I think I got really good deals on them. And I just wanted to be able to share them and maybe give a little advice on buying graded cards and investing. And I have some really cool videos in the works. I did another mystery box video. That mystery box was sadly a huge bust. I had to file with eBay on it, so I just decided to not post it at all because it was really bad. I mean, putting a card in a sealed case does not make it a graded card. I'm just putting that out there. The box was bad. There were also some fake cards in it. And, it was a good lesson because not every mystery box is going to be great. And I might still post the footage later just as like a lesson for people that you can get really bad mystery boxes sometimes. But I have another really cool video in the works, and I should post it by next weekend. I gave my fiance $100 and I told her to buy anything Pokemon related she wanted, and she's gonna build a mystery box for me. And so I'm really excited. I know she's already ordered a bunch of stuff, and so we're gonna do a video on that next week. But for now, let's check out these cards I just got. All right, so first, this is one of the mini boxes that came in from TCA, and I just went ahead and combined most all the cards into one box. He sends this business card with every purchase. I got 4 cards over here to the side. We're gonna go through these at the end. These are my very favorites that I bought. But first, you can see my squishies here. Squishy, squishy. Squishy, squishy. All right, first let's look at these. Now, some of these you guys have already seen. I did not buy these ones from TCA. These are just ones that I got this one out of a mystery box, and this was one I bought a while ago. I've ordered some regular sized bags. These are in like jumbo bags. I ordered some actual to size bags for graded cards, and I should have those in a few days. Okay, but let's look at these. All right, so I don't remember what order these are in, so we'll just jump into them. Like I said, these are not like crazy high dollar cards, but they're really cool. So first we have a Rhyhorn from Skyridge, and this is the E-Series. I didn't really care about Rhyhorn so much. I just wanted to get some cards from the E-Series. I don't think this one is like a really good grade, if I remember right. That's something on the case there. Yeah, sorry, that's something stuck to the case. That's not on the card. This one is like, yeah, this one is a 9 though, and that's not bad. I paid almost nothing. I think I paid $14 for this Rhyhorn. He was really cheap, and so I just decided to snag him. He's cool. Our next one, yeah, this one's not bad. I believe this one's an 8 or a 9 as well. Another Skyridge card. This is Snubble, and I actually did target Snubble because I really like the little guy, and he's in a bit of a bind here, as you can tell. Got a little sweat on his brow. Believe this one, yeah, this one is an 8. So again, not a high dollar card. I think I paid about $16 or $17 for this Snubble, but I just thought he was really cute and it seemed like a good deal. This next one Okay, now these ones are pretty off. Yeah, pretty off center. You can see some whitening on the corners. I believe this is a reverse foil from EX Sandstorm. I believe this was the second series after Nintendo took over from Wizards of the Coast. This is one of the reverse holos. Okay, yeah, it is a 7. I got this one really cheap too. I think I paid about $12, $13 for this one. And I know I got one more reverse foil. Yeah, I got this Dunsparce from Sandstorm. To be honest, the main reason I bought these two, they were really cheap and they were reverse foils from Sandstorm, right? Like, I don't really care about Dunsparce or Solrock, but I wanted to have at least a few cards from each set. I think this one, yeah, this one's also a 7. I believe I paid $11 for this one, and I mean, come on. I'm not ever gonna sell it probably, but it's like, you can't go wrong with that, right? I mean, even back in the day, you'd pay $10 a card to have one graded with PSA, so it's like, you can't go wrong paying $11. Okay, and then this next one is one of my favorites. It's the last one from Sandstorm. This is an actual holo, Mawile. It's got a cool holo pattern on it, and this one is actually a 9. I did really good on this one. I paid $36, I believe. I think at a 9, I think this one was absolutely worth it. I have seen buy it nows for this card at 75 plus. Not saying I could get that for it, but I definitely think it's worth more than I paid, and it'll be a really cool one to add to my permanent collection. So unlike these ones, which, you know, we'll see. I'll probably hang on to these. I might do some giveaways for a few of them. This one's definitely going in the permanent collection. Okay, and this last one, as you could tell, it is a Topps Chrome. I paid $14 for this one, and it is a 7. I think it was a really good deal because I saw a PSA 6 of this same card sell for almost 20, and I got a 7 for like 14. So I just wanted to have at least one Topps card in my graded collection. I didn't need a 10 or anything like that, and I think it's a really beautiful card. I love the chrome, you know, look to it, and I definitely want to get a few more Topps cards in my collection. But yeah, I don't really care too much about whether a card's a 10 or not, unless I'm looking to like actually invest in it and then maybe sell it down the road. Okay, so these last 4 are my personal favorites. I was just going to show this one if you haven't seen it yet. This is one that I actually won from TCC on his live stream. And it is a Rainbow Rare Snorlax VMAX. And this is actually the 10. So this is about a $200, $250 card. Big fan of Snorlax, and this is one that's definitely going to be in my permanent collection. I probably would not have bought the card because with modern cards, people are opening so much of them. The population count, the number of graded cards at that level, like say for instance, the number of Snorlax in a 10 continues to go up every year, right? Whereas with cards like these old cards from back in like 2003, 2000, the numbers are not going up massively. So that's what you have to remember with new cards. They might have a population of 150, 200, but in another year, that number could be at 1,000 or more, and the value will keep going down. So you have to be really careful when you buy modern cards. I mean, I've seen like the Champion's Path Charizard Rainbow. I've seen the Darkness Ablaze Charizard. All of them have gone way down in value because people keep grading more of them. You know, so you got to be real cautious. Okay, so let's just start with this one. This is a Japanese Neo 4 Dark Dawn fan. And I like this one because it looks like the holo pattern they're the stars in the sky. And I just thought it was a really beautiful one. I believe, yeah, this one is a 7. And it is going in my permanent collection. Like, I don't even care, it's a 7. I did pay a bit for this one. I think I paid about its regular retail price. I paid $36 for this one, and I think that's about what it's worth, about 40 bucks. But I really liked it. And then This next one, yeah, I actually won this one on stream on one of our Saturday night live streams. This is from Neo 3, Hollow Blissey, and I bought this one because I just loved that swirl in the corner. And I just thought it looked really great, the hollow pattern. This one is also a 7. And I got this one for cheaper. I got this one for $33. For some comps, I saw it, buy it now at $75. I saw a recent sold at $60. So I think she's probably worth about $50 to $60. So I got a good deal on her. Next, we have one of my favorites, the Japanese Rocket Dark Magneton. I don't know why I have such a thing for Dark Magneton, but or any Magnetons. I always am drawn to that card. There's a gorgeous swirl. You can barely see it. It's like right under him, but he does have a swirl on him. And this one is an 8. And I did pay up a bit for him, but I think overall I did really well. I paid $34, I think. $34 or $35. And for comps, I saw him for as much as 80 and for as little as like 67, 68. So again, I think I did pretty well snagging the 8. My last one, and the most expensive, was this Japanese Gym 2 Koga's Ditto. Beautiful swirl there up top. And this was a card I had as a kid in English. So I was really just drawn to this big Ditto with that goofy look on his face. The swirl was there. So I paid up. He's a 9, and I paid $40 for him. And I think that was a really fair price because the lowest comp I saw was $80. That's the only other one listed on eBay, buy it now, in a 9. So I think I did really well to get him for $40. I did try to bid on a lot more of them, but these are the 4 Japanese hollows I got. And I'm really keeping my eye on some EX era hollows and some other earlier Wizards of the Coast hollows I want. I want Blaine's Moltres, I want Blaine's Arcanine, I want Yanma from Neo. Of course, I want Dark Raichu or Lieutenant Surge's Raichu. I want, Dragonite. There's a lot that I still want to buy, a lot from Neo. I've got a real thing for the Gym series cards. I love Sabrina's Gengar, Sabrina's Slowpoke. There's just, there's a lot of really, really cool ones from that era, but I can't afford them in 10s. They're just too pricey. They're going to be over 150, probably 200. So I'm looking for like the 8s, the 7s, and the 9s of those cards. And I've really got a budget. I try to stay around $40 to $50 or less. So it's going to take me a while to get more of them. But that's the name of the game, right? It's about being patient and waiting for those good deals and not spending more than you can afford, which I'm not always the best at, to be honest. But I'm really trying to pace myself. I just want to thank all the new subscribers. We are really close to our next giveaway, which we will do when we hit 100 subscribers. Just kind of as a reminder, these are the cards in our giveaway. We're going to keep adding more cards to the giveaway. I've also got a few special things planned that we'll do when we hit 100 subs. Lastly, for the advice portion of investing. All right, so let's talk about investing in Pokemon just a little bit. Now, I'm no expert, but I have been buying Pokemon for a few years now. I was a big fan of it as a kid, and I love researching stuff. I love investing, and prices of things really fascinate me, what people will pay. People would pay $150 for an Evolutions Elite Trainer box back in the day, like a year ago, but you could buy the Dragonite Kanto box for $70. And you actually got more booster packs of Evolutions in the Dragonite box. So it just always cracked me up, like what people would pay through the nose for and what people were stingier on. And if you were smart about it, you could buy a loose Evolutions pack last year for about $10. But if you bought like a collection box, you'd pay $15, $20 a pack. So it was really interesting and fascinating to look into what people would pay for and what they wouldn't. And when it comes to graded cards, people are the same way. They're just as odd with what they'll pay. You know, you'll see a Neo Espeon that's a 9, you know, BGS 9, and it'll be going for 175, 200. Then you'll see a CGC 9.5 that sells for 20, 30% less. But it's like, dude, you could buy it for the lower price, cross-grade it. You know what I mean? But I guess people don't want to go to the trouble. Or so if you want to invest in some graded cards and you're going to go with modern cards, a few things you want to be really cautious of. Always check the population report on the card you're wanting to invest in and see if Pokemon is still printing the card or the set that card is in. Right? And I know that all sounds complex, but a simple Google search will tell you in most cases. Looking at the alternate arts from Battle Styles, from Chilling Reign, from Evolving Skies, those sets are all being heavily printed. Now, I think Chilling Reign and Evolving Skies are going to hold their value over time, but because so many of those cards are being pulled, if you drop $600 right now for the Rayquaza V alternate art in a PSA 10, is that value going to hold over time? No, I don't think it will. I think now is a great time to buy loose cards, buy booster boxes, but don't pay through the nose for those PSA 10s because people are going to keep grading these cards. And if you want cards that you can invest in that are going to hold their value well right now, nobody can say for sure, but I think you can make an educated guess that the cards that will spike in value over the next few years are going to be cards from the EX era, from Diamond and Pearl, and especially from X and Y. And the reason I say that is because X and Y is not being printed anymore. And despite what some people may claim online, it's not being printed anymore. So cards from Roaring Skies, from Primal Clash, from Ancient Origins, Breakthrough, those are cards you could buy graded now, and you don't have to worry about their populations exploding over the next couple years because people aren't still really opening very many of the packs from that era. I think you have to be really careful with sets like Evolutions because they printed so much of it. And a lot of people are sitting on a lot of cards right now, not sending them off to be graded at the moment. But I see cards all the time from EX era, like EX Dragons or Rocket Returns. You know, that was back in like, what, 2003, 2004. They're not ever going to print those cards again. They might re-release some of them in some sort of form, like they did with Celebrations. But you're pretty safe, I think, buying those cards graded now and holding them for a time or just investing in them for the future. You know, I think you can buy those and feel pretty solid on them. I would advise you, though, if you're going to buy graded cards on eBay, be really cautious. Read the feedback from the seller. See if they've sold graded cards before. There's not a lot, but there are fake graded cards on eBay, and I don't want any of you guys getting scammed. Something else I've noticed is like sellers claiming the card is something it's not. I saw people selling the cracked ice hollows on eBay, and they weren't cracked ice hollows. A cracked ice hollow, I don't think I have any examples around, but it's a card from one of the pre-made decks. And it has a very particular hollow pattern to it. And on the graded card, it will say on the label if it's a cracked ice hollow. So like, for instance, from the Evolutions era, there's a cracked ice hollow Pikachu and a cracked ice hollow Mewtwo. And so if you were to buy that card graded, you know, the value will be different from buying a regular Pikachu from Evolutions. But it will actually say on the label, and this, I've seen multiple sellers claiming that they're selling cracked ice hollows when that's not what they are. Or they'll claim they're selling a base set, you know, Charizard or something. But when you look at the label, it clearly says XY Evolutions or promo. Or so just kind of be careful with sellers. It may not always be nefarious. A lot of times I think sellers just don't know what they have. And then, you know, they throw something fancy out there for the sale and then later realize it's not what they were claiming it was. Also be careful about scratches and cracks in the case. TCA is a very reputable seller on eBay. I don't like to normally share who I buy from because I don't I don't want to be responsible if you buy something and it's fake. But TCA is a very well-known seller and very trustworthy. I would recommend him to anybody who wants to get into buying graded cards. But if you're just buying from a random seller, look at the photos, make sure the case isn't scratched or cracked. Make sure you're getting what's actually in the pictures, and don't be scared to ask questions of the seller. And if it seems too good to be true or it seems hinky, don't pull the trigger, because practically no card is one of a kind. You will find it from someone else, right? Just be patient and don't do anything that makes you feel uncomfortable. All right, guys, I want to thank you so much for watching and, of course, for being part of the PokeTaylor army. I did order one of the PokeRev 2.0 packs that he had on sale. You get 5 booster packs and a bonus pack that could be vintage. So we're going to do a little review on that and see how it is. I should have it next week. So I'm really excited to share that with all of you, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your week. We'll see you later.